University professor appeared. All right, folks, I want you to watch this from a recent episode of the Tucker Carlson Show. It's a Chinese university professor appearing on a Chinese TV show on economics. He asks, why are Chinese-American relations under President Trump so confrontational compared to previous administrations? Then he answered his own question. Watch, read the subtitles.
这儿我抛出一个可能又要是暴论了，就是因为咱们上边有人，就是我们在美国的权势核心圈我们有我们的老朋友。
We, the Chinese, have people at the top of America's core inner circle of power and influence. He said that. That is quite a frightening claim. That video was pulled down in China. Yet Carlson reported the next night on his show that not one American network covered his presentation of that video. Now, I want to show you a brief montage of Democrat Congressman Eric Swalwell, who we mentioned with Nan Hayworth before. He's from California. He's on the House Intelligence Committee. Remember how he helped lead the charge of those accusing President Trump of being a Russian spy?
The question has shifted from whether the president is working with the Russians to what evidence exists that the president is not working with the Russians.
He's betrayed our country, and I don't say that lightly. I worked as a prosecutor for 7 years.
I think he acts on Russia's behalf, and he puts Russia's interests ahead too often of America's interests.
Well, there's more news involving Mr. Swalwell, news that broke on Axios first, that he and others had a relationship with a Chinese spy named Christine Feng. News the rest of the media is, of course, virtually ignoring.
U.S. intelligence officials believe that Feng had a sexual relationship with Eric Swalwell. We asked Swalwell's office about that directly today. His staff replied by saying they couldn't comment on whether or not Swalwell had a sexual relationship with Feng, because that information might be, quote, classified. They did not elaborate or explain what they meant by that.
Classified, of course. Swalwell met Feng in 2012 when he was a councilman with bigger aspirations.
Feng apparently pulled in large amounts of money from a variety of sources to help Eric Swalwell get elected to Congress.
Now, investigators caught on to Feng in 2015, and she fled to China. Not long after, Swalwell began his smears against Trump and Russia. Surprise, the networks didn't touch this story either. Good for Axios, good for Tucker Carlson for reporting all of this news. As for the rest of the so-called news media, they are officially dead, along with the so-called journalism practiced by their left-wing activist stooges with microphones and laptops. With few exceptions, they are all China's protectors.